Hey y'all. Yeah, this an add on. I already did the video because most of the time I do my videos early in the morning. And God been talking to me all morning. Like it just been like a download. All morning I just been hearing him talk about this, talk about that. And I'm like, dog, I can't remember everything. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. So this is like when I was talking about the other stuff, because he told me to explain. He like, just explain. So I'm trying to explain like everything that's going on. In the process of me explaining, at the end of all that, he started talking about a warning. And because he talked about the warning last, I'm doing this video and I'm attaching it first because I feel like warnings is high alert. So when God come with a warning, it's high alert. The radar going out, ding, 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 ding. This high alert. So in the video, I'll tell you that God will tell me to leave that other video up. The video where I'm like talking about Kojic and God has left the building, God has left the city. God said leave it up. In that video I was talking about God telling me I'm gonna have to move, but God said I'm not the only one that He's instructing to leave. He said I'm not the only one. He said that it's a matter of life and death. He said that for those that He's telling, you're gonna have to leave the city. He said it's life or death. It's gonna be life or death. So it's not up for debate. Like, it's not up for, well, should I do this move or should I stay or should I just go? It's like he's saying it's not up for debate. He said it's life or death. So he was talking to me about Joseph. And you know, when Jesus was born, Satan was trying to kill him. So Satan had the king kill all babies that was 2 and under, because they didn't know Jesus' age or when he was born, but they had an estimate. So based on the estimate, they had sent out a hit on all the babies 2 and under, kill all males 2 and under. So when they sent this hit out, the king sent the hit out on kill all these babies 2 and under, all the males. An angel came to Joseph in the vision and said, you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to take your whole family. Y'all got to go. So Joseph, Jesus, and Mary had to leave. So they just posted up where they was temporarily. And after the king died, which was like 2 years later, the angel came back to Joseph in the vision and said, y'all can go back now, the king dead. So some people, God said, it's on their level. For some people now, y'all, God is saying, I'm looking at my hair, but God is saying it's on that type of level. Like, you're going to have to go. Like, it's not up for debate. He told me the same thing. So he said it's not up for debate. It's not no, oh, do I really want to go or do I want? He said it's not up for debate. So some people he's telling you, and he's sending the warning that you're going to have to go. It's not up for debate. He's trying to watch out for you. He giving you a heads up, y'all. We got the advantage over Satan. But on top of Jesus dying and us already having the authority given right back to us through Christ, he got his prophets. And his prophets is his eyes and his mouthpiece. And we see ahead of time, like we can see our way ahead outside of time. So we see what Satan is finna do and how he finna do and how he finna move. And we see what's coming before it comes. So we got the advantage, y'all, if y'all listen. So for some people, he said it's not up for debate. For some people, he just like, you don't go and you don't listen to their voice when their voice telling you need to go. He said it ain't up for debate. He said don't even worry about trying to figure out the why. Worry about the why later. But if he tell you got to go, he said you need to be trying to get ready to go. And I'm in the same position. You know, I be like in the other video, I'm like, well, God, if you gone, why I can't go? God, he already telling me I gotta go. So when I was saying it, I really was saying it in a joking way. But if he already left the city, he already paving the way for those who he telling they gotta go. So some of y'all gonna have to end up leaving. If y'all being disobedient, then it's gonna be consequences that is it gonna be consequence behind it. And that's just what he's stressing to me. And he's stressing the same scenario of Joseph when Jesus was born. And they put a hit out. And they was killing all babies 2 and under. They sent the spirit of premature death, the angel of premature death, to attack and go after all babies 2 and under. And if Jesus would have stayed in that state, they would have killed him. So, the angel went directly to Joseph, the daddy, to tell him they gotta go. Like, you gonna have to pack up your family, y'all gotta go. Like, and God keep putting in me, it's on that type of level. It's on that type of level. The same level. So it's spirit of premature death being released in Memphis. It's life or death. So if God telling you to get up out your city, get up out your city. It's life or death. For some people, this is a warning. This is not to put fear in nobody, but for some people, it's gonna be life or death. And that's just what he telling me, and that's just how he telling me. It's life or death for some people. The spirit of murder and spirit of premature death and all that has already been released on our city, if you just look around. But he telling some people that in order to be protected, you're going to have to you're going to have to go. So for those people who he telling to relocate, listen to their voice that's telling you to relocate. Listen to the voice that's telling you to relocate. You will know. He said you will know. People that need to move, you gonna know. If it's something in you and you just feel like, dog, I need to leave Memphis, you will know. So he told me to stress that. He also talked to me about, he was telling me about, he just been telling me about a lot of stuff, but he was telling me about that. That's why I'm doing this right here now, to speak on this warning of if he's telling you to leave, then you need to be trying to mentally and physically and just prepare yourself and then pray and ask God to help you get ready to leave. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be preparing yourself to leave. Do not heed the voice of him, because it's on that type of level. He's trying to protect all of us. It's just that serious. Satan know his time is short. He come to kill, steal, destroy, and he ain't playing no games right now. He's not playing with nobody. He ain't playing no games right now, y'all. So y'all, when y'all heed to their voice, y'all gonna have to do what y'all gonna have to listen. You're going to have to listen. It's not up for debate. You keep telling me stress that it's not up for debate. You're going to have to listen. He's not going to interfere with your free will. He's going to send the warnings, but he's not going to interfere with your free will. So after he send the warning to you and you still choose to do what you want to do, as opposed to what he's advising you to do, then it's going to be consequences. Period. Like, it's cutthroat. Like, I'm feeling like it's like cutthroat. It's like I'm getting the warnings out. If you don't want to listen to the warning, whatever happened to you, that's just what's going to happen to you. Because I sent you the warning to go and you wanted to stay. And I was trying to protect you, but you didn't want to heed to my voice. So he's trying to protect his people right now. You know how in the other video I was talking about God in his secret place and God in his safe place? That's pretty much what's going on. He's trying to get everybody in their safe places, everybody in their secret places, everybody in their hiding places. Some of us is going to have to leave from where we at and relocate to other places as a form of safety, just as Jesus had to do when he was born and the king said, kill all the kids 2 and under. He had to leave out there. He had to leave out their city. He had to leave out their city. And then when the king died, he was able to come back to their city. But he had to leave for a little bit. And some of us finna have to leave for a little bit. So he tell me to let y'all know to start preparing. Because some of y'all gonna have to leave for a little bit. And you're gonna have to trust the process. Like, you just gonna have to trust the process. Now, everybody not gonna listen to what's going on, and you're gonna see consequences behind those people. Like, it's gonna be for you to see. Like, he gonna show you what's gonna happen if you don't listen to his voice when he's telling you gotta go and you saying you want to stay. Like, he's telling you gotta go because he's trying to protect you. He's telling you got to go for a reason. He's not telling you he's trying to get you out of trouble. You know, the sheep, them sheep I was watching, he's trying to get you to safety. So if he's putting in your spirit that you're going to have to leave, stop fighting it and just go on mentally. Just start preparing yourself, doing little stuff you need to do to just get ready for what he's trying to prepare you for. Because it's finna get bad. I told you when God said he left our city, it's finna get bad. It's finna get bad out here. What we seeing is not even like at the peak of what it's finna be in this city. So I still been praying intercession stuff like that. This video kind of long because it's a lot of stuff going on. And I got to do this warning, so I got to put this ahead of what I had already spoken. And he's been speaking to me nonstop. He just been speaking to me all day, y'all. And I always be like, God, what you want me to say for the people? What you want me? What mouth? I'm your mouthpiece. So I'm trying to figure out, what do you want me to tell the people? And today he had a lot to say. Surprisingly, he had a lot to say. So he told me to speak on that. He really tell me put a lot of emphasis. He said, this is high alert. He said, some of y'all gonna have to leave. It's gonna be life or death. He said, some of y'all just gonna have to go. Like, it's spirit of death is being released on our city. And he said, some people is really just gonna have to relocate for a little bit. You're gonna have to, in order to get away from whatever going on, it's on that level where your only option is to relocate for some people. And he also saying that, what I said in the other video about listening to people. He said, when God, he said, when he put a gift in you, when he tell you something and you tell other people, he said they're going to deter you from what he has put in you. He said, but he had already given you what you needed to gain your wealth. So he said, for example, if he telling you you're going to be a pilot and you go and confide in a person that's scared to fly, they got a fear of flying and fear of heights, what do you think that person going to do when you tell them your vision of you want to be a pilot? Also, they going to talk you out of it because of their fear. So if you got a passion and God and put something in you dealing with motorcycles, and you go and you talk to somebody that got a fear of motorcycles, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to talk you out of everything. So God said a lot of times through people's fear, these people around use this fear to pull your faith out of what he telling you need to do. The fear of them, they speaking that fear into you and what he's showing you and what he telling you. And it's killing your dream. It's killing, it's uprooting, it's stopping. It's like, it's hindering you from going forward. The fear, their fear of what he's instilling and putting in you. Because everybody different. Everybody is different. So one person might have a fear of flying. Everybody don't have that fear of flying. Somebody might have a fear of water. Everybody ain't got a fear of water. So like my kids, they swim, stuff like that. So if you got a fear of water, and my daughter, and she go and say, oh, I'm going to be in the Olympics, oh, I'm going to swim, oh, I'm going to do this, anything dealing with swimming, the person that has this fear of swimming is going to do everything in their power through fear, through their fear, to talk my daughter, who do swim, out of, ooh, that's not safe, that's so dangerous, ooh, you might get ate up by a shark, ooh, this might happen there, like all this fear, and you speaking all that, and your words, like you, like, that's why I'm prophetic. So when people speak and they tell me everything I ain't supposed to be doing and God tell me what I'm supposed to be doing, it like, it agitates me at this point, because it's like you cry, it's like you violating me in a way, you stepping over your boundaries by telling me something against what God is telling me. So once you do that, I feel like you overstep your boundaries with me at that point. So now I'm mad. So y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. This video kind of long. God been telling me about a whole lot of stuff today. Whole lot of stuff. I could break these videos down. He told me I can't really get into the dynamics of everything right now. He just told me do it like this. So that's why I'm doing the video like this. It is some warnings in these videos. That's why this video is kind of a little long. And then he been speaking on the back end. He keeps telling me to reiterate to people that you're going to probably have to relocate. Some people is going to have to relocate. It's going to be life or death. If you don't relocate, it's going to be bad. And he ain't telling me how bad it is, but in my mind, I keep feeling death. Spirit of death. He's saying it's on their level. And then he keep on bringing up Joseph and when they were trying to kill Jesus and how they put their hit out on Jesus when he was a baby, how the whole family had to pack up and go. They just had to pack up and go. That was their only way of safety. It wasn't no way they could be safe in their city with a 2-year-old baby boy. And the king just told all the people, kill all babies 2 and under. It wasn't no way they were going to be safe there. Like, it wasn't no way they could hide a 2-year-old baby during that time. So, like, their only option was to leave. Some people, your only option is to leave. So, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Yeah, God been telling me about a lot. I don't want this video to be too long. And y'all just have a blessed day. Good morning. Yeah. this morning God was telling me to explain to you all a little bit about everything so that you know, because the perception could be off. So the last video I did, like, it's nothing in my spirit to tell me to take it down. Like, I want to take it down because I'm like, I'm talking about coach, I'm talking about the church, you know, and I try not to put my mouth on the church. I try not to, but God give me all these visions, and a lot of times, even in my past videos, you know, I told you I had one vision where I had God sent me to personally call out this popular preacher. Like, he personally sent me there because it's going to be some mess that go on within the church, and ain't nobody going to want to do nothing about it. But this person is always talking about everybody else, and ooh, look what this person did. Ooh, look what that preacher did. Ooh, look at this sins of this person. And God said they're going to be in their own, like, everything he's speaking, he finna be dealing with it himself because he finna go through it firsthand. And let's see if he's going to be the bigger part or if he going to be in the flesh just like they are. So, a lot of vision God give me, y'all. What is that green light right there? You see it behind me? Right there. Yes, always like a little, it always be like this, like light. They be all in the camera when I be doing the videos and stuff like that. But so I'm just clarifying a little bit about that. I try to keep my mouth out the church. I even be going to God like, "Thou God, I don't want to say nothing," because I don't want to deter the people that actually trying to reach out and come closer to you. Like, I don't want to speak against the church, and it's interfering with these group of people, and it deter them, you know, from what's going on through all of this corruption of the church, you know. But that's not the first vision. First, you know, I told you a while back, God had me in this vision, and I said twice he came to me about this one person, and it's a well-known person, and God sent me personally to go call out everything in this church. And that wasn't the first time. I told you the other time I had a visit. Remember I told you that Jesus was visiting the church. He had, when church service was over with, he was there in the church. There was another time of calling out some mess going on in the church. So God, he be putting me right in the middle of this mess. God got people appointed to call out the church. And that's a very powerful occultic cult going up against the church. It's very like the spirit, the power on calling out they wrong. On correction. I say correction. Yeah, it's kind of strong. So God got people appointed to do that, and these people is gonna be hated. These people, everybody gonna hate them. So I guess I guess I'm part of that. What part of that group? That the people that just gonna be hated for calling out and correcting what he putting on them to call out and correct. Cause see, the thing about it is, looking at that light. It's on my camera. Let me see. I'm trying to see if it's coming from my camera or not. But the thing about it is, when you are a prophet and God called you and you don't do what God told you to do, no matter what it is, you're going to be judged for that. And guess what? As a prophet, nobody want to deal with that type of judgment on them. So all of us, well, I'm speaking on me. It's other people probably like me too. But people that's like prophetic and God be like, okay, you got to go do this, do that. The last thing we want to do is involve ourselves, because now, because God has told us, okay, you got to go speak against this, speak against that, do this, do that. Now, it fall on us. Like, if we disobedient to God, now it's punishment behind it. So do you think I want to deal with God punishment, or do you think I want to deal with you? I'm going to deal with you over God punishment any day. But then just the sign, that's why I told you I had the attitude, because I ain't trying to involve myself. But God going to put me in it if you don't do what you're supposed to do. And I ain't trying to be put in it because I don't want the blood of those on my hands. I deal with myself and try to get myself right, y'all. But when he come to me about other people and I don't do what I supposed to do as far as other people, whether calling them out, whether whatever, then now I'm going to be judged for not addressing what he told me to address, dealing with these people. So That's why I have this attitude, and I be like, because for one, I don't even want to be in to deal with it, because I'm dealing with my own. I'm trying to walk my own walk, y'all. And then not only that, as a prophet, if you disobedient, everybody that was impacted by your disobedience, that's the blood on your hands now. So you will be judged for all those people. So if God come to me, tell me do something, get what? Boom, I'm doing it. I'm probably gonna do it with attitude at this point, because I'm like, I don't want that blood on my hands. So I ain't even trying to involve myself. But because of something you not doing, then he involved his prophets to step in and call out whatever going on. And if his prophets are disobedient, then now the weight fall on the prophet's back. And I don't want that weight on my back, y'all. So that's why I say what I say, do what I do. Whatever he tell me something like, what you want me to say? Okay. Because I don't want that on my back. I don't want to deal with that on Judgment Day, because I got enough to deal with just walking my own walk of life. So I'm just trying to break that down for y'all. Some of them are very bold. Like, God got this spirit of boldness anyway. So a lot of people feel like, oh, you supposed to be. And God got me so detached and numb right now. And I got to be like that. For whatever he got me, whatever I'm finna be doing and what he preparing me for, this how I got to be. This right here. This what it's going to be. God will come and tell me who to be compassionate with, who do little stuff with, stuff like that. But he raising up his soldiers right now. He raising up his soldiers. And it's a war. So, I'm going to let y'all figure out the rest. So, yeah. So, I was just speaking, saying hey to everybody. This morning when I woke up, someone was just telling me to explain. Just explain everything a little bit. So, that's what I'm doing now. Just explain a little bit. But for the videos, he keep telling me, keep them up. Even about the motorcycle, he said, keep it up. Because he watch everything going on. Like, he watching everything going on. So, he watching just the whole process. Like, when they come to me, like, with my motorcycle, y'all, I ain't know nothing about motorcycle, nothing. He the one came to me and told me, I instilled something in you dealing with motorcycle. Because I ain't know nothing about it. It never even crossed my mind when I had this vision. He's showing me myself and motorcycles. So it was a passion I didn't even know I had, y'all. It was a passion I didn't even know I had. So I went and got my motorcycle license. Before even having a motorcycle, before even knowing anything about a motorcycle, the first thing I did was take a motorcycle test. And I passed the motorcycle test. So it's like I was working backwards. So all the hard stuff people do, I did that first. So I was kind of working backwards in sequence with this. So after he showed me the vision, boom, I go take a motorcycle test there. I never know nothing, dealing with a motorcycle. Just like you take your car and you get your driver's license, I had to go get a motorcycle license. And woo, don't ask me how I got it. Don't ask me how I got it on the first go, but I got my motorcycle license. I had to take a whole test. Driver test, written test, I had to take a whole test to get that. But I came out with my motorcycle license. So I got this motorcycle license. And I'm like, well, God, I got a motorcycle license, but how am I practice? Like, you telling me I'm going to be riding. I said, but I got the license, so I'm legal. But I'm like, how am I supposed to get the practice I need to get with no motorcycle? I need a motorcycle. So, boom, God made that happen. So, as soon as I got my license, boom, I get a motorcycle. Like, he blessed me to get a motorcycle. So, I end up buying my motorcycle at a dealership. And that was a blessing in itself, because I didn't really have the money. But when I got a class, I'm like, well, God, I need to know how to ride. And the only way I'm going to learn how to ride is I'm going to have to have my own bike. Ain't nobody going to give you no bike to crash. You're going to have to have your own bike if you're trying to learn how to ride. So, I went to Harley Davidson, and I saw a bike that I liked, but I didn't have the money. So they was like, well, you give us like $100, $200, we can hold any bike for you. And that's what I did. So I gave them about $100, and they like, can't nobody touch that bike. With that $100, they like, can't nobody touch your bike. It's already in contract. And they just told me, come make payments. And that's what I was doing. I kept making payments. But as I was making these payments to get just to pay off the balance, I kept going to the GM, asking him to just lower the price. You know, like in the process of me doing this, so I'm still making all these payments and stuff toward this bike to get the balance down. And in the process, I went to the general manager twice and I asked him to drop the price of the bike. I'm like, can you just drop something off the bike? Like, I ain't got it. Like, I'm coming in here making payments, so I'm struggling to even get the bike. Like, can you do anything? And the general manager, he was like, well, if we drop anything off that bike, we gonna lose. Like, we gonna lose at this point. Like, because what we took in for this bike, we got a certain amount that we got to charge for this bike. So I'm just still making payments, but every time, like, I ain't, like I said, you can't tell me no. So he told me no twice. So the last day, and I got the bike down, and the last day of the last day, I looked, and this had been God, because if I had the money, I would have got it, but I didn't even have the money. I didn't even have all the money. So at this point, the last day of the last day, and God purposely set it up where I wasn't going to have all the money. So I didn't have all the money, y'all. And I went to the GM. This the third day I went to the GM, and God had to touch his heart, because the first two times he was just like, he can't drop the price. He can't drop the price. So this third time I went there, I was like, look, I don't get it. I was like, I was like, I just ain't got all of it, you know. And I'm like, and I'm really trying to get this bike. And at that point, the GM, he started asking me, he said, so how much you got? How much do you got? And I told him, I was like, this how much I got. He was like, okay, we just give me everything that you got. And then and that bike is yours. So whatever I said it was, and it wasn't everything I got, but that's what I told him. I was like, this all I got right here. He was like, okay, cool. And he wrote it off. The third time, I kept going to GM. But third time, boop. God loosened up his heart. I guess God wanted me to hear for me to know that it's him that's stepping in on the third try. Because I went to this dude twice, the GM of Harley Davidson, and he told me he couldn't lower the price. But the third day, I probably got on his nerves. I'm like, I ain't got it. I'm like, I just ain't got it. This all I got right here. He like, how much you got? And then they work the contract around the balance of how much I said I had to get that bike. So I went. God showed me a vision that I was riding motorcycles before I even knew anything about motorcycle stick shift. Before I even had a motorcycle, didn't know nothing about motorcycles. First thing I did was get a motorcycle license. First thing I did was get a motorcycle license. Don't ask me how I did it. Then after that, I was like, well, I need a bike. I ain't have no money for a bike. Single mother, 5 kids. I didn't have the money. So I was squeezing the money out of my paycheck to try to get this bike. And on the third try, the dude finally give me what you got and the bike is yours. And I'm like, okay, this is what I got right here. And the bike was mine. So that's how that worked. So God, he looking at the whole process, y'all. You think God happy about he telling me I got he about the motorcycle? God watching his child and watching how everybody doing me. I'm like, God, you see this? Like, all the hard stuff I had already did. I got a motorcycle license. I went and bought a bike. The easy part is riding. I'm like, God, this is the easy part, and won't nobody show me how to ride. Everybody look at you as an opportunity. Okay, you want to learn how to ride, so in order for you to learn how to ride, I got to get something out of it. Like, what you gonna give me? Like, that's how people mindset is. And I'm like, God, I'm just trying to learn how to ride. Like, you telling me I'm supposed to be riding, and you showing me this, but look at all the obstacles. Look at how people look at it. Innocent situation and just try to exploit and just try to this mindset of just what can I get out of it. Like, if it don't benefit me, then you know, like it's just this Memphis mindset. And so God looking, he looking, and I'm like, God, I'm trying, cause he watching. So I'm like, well, God, I'm trying to get the practice in, God, but you see what I'm dealing with now. But then I guess that's a test in itself. This was coming to me. It's a test in itself to see if I was going to fall for the bait. And I wasn't fall for no bait. Because I'm like, shoot, I ain't finna put myself in no position to just to learn how to ride and just put myself in a vulnerable, weak state just to get this. Now I'm going straight to God. I'm like, well, God, I can't get to training. Because on this earth, the hearts of man is just so evil that everybody feel like that they can't do it unless, you know, they get something out of it. And I'm just trying to get the training that I need so I can ride my bike. That's all I'm trying to do, God. People just take something innocent and they trying to exploit what you telling me is in me to do. And God said, I got you. I got you, Shayna. Don't worry about it. I'm going to send them your way. So you ain't got to worry about all that. You ain't got to deal with that mess. So God watching. He watched the whole process. And I be going right back to him with it. I'm like, well, God, you told me I'm supposed to be riding. So that's my process, y'all. And that's what happened with me. And that's where I'm at right now. And God said he's going to send me to help. In 2023, he was sending me, and he gave me a warning to warn other people to stay off their bikes. So I did videos where I was speaking on telling other people to stay off their bikes. So now he tell me it's okay to ride my bike. And he actually going to set me up to get the proper training to ride my bike. So that's what's going on right now, y'all, with that. And that was just a process and plus testimony of me and my motorcycle journey. So I speak on that to say, you know, God, he just got certain people, prophets. And guess what? These prophets that speak against the church, they going to have a boldness on them. They just going to have a boldness on them. And yesterday when I was talking, I was laughing at myself because it wasn't even coming from me when I was like, God had left the building. That wasn't even coming from me. I was laughing so hard when it came out of my mouth. I was like, where did it even come from? God has left the building. And then later on the news, they were saying that whatever building Kojic was in, the whole building, the power went out on it. Like the whole building, the power just went out. So I'm like, God, was that confirmation? Because confirmation going to confirm me anyway. So when I was like, God left the building, they talking about they in the dark, praise to God. I'm like, God has left the building. He has left the building, y'all. You know, and I don't even know the context of God, what God was saying when he was telling me that, he has left our city. I don't know the dynamics of what that even means. Because God is with me all day, every day. So, I don't know the dynamics of what God was even implying when he said he has left our city. I don't even know what's all wrapped up in it. I don't even know. I know it's bad. I know when he said he left our city, he leaving our city. Because first he kept saying he's leaving our city. Like when I be talking and stuff like that, he'll be like, I'm leaving the city. And then when I was talking to my daughter and doing an open revelation, my daughter was speaking and she was like, God said he has left our city. Like he's no longer in our city. So I don't know the context of it, you know, and the effects of that. But I know some serious effects when God say he has left our city. And I know, you know, like, 'cause when God judge, he judge you personally as a person. He judge our nation. He judge our city. Like, everything is, like, kind of divided. So when he say he has left our city, even though I deal with him, see him personally, as a city, he might be placing judgment on us. That's where that earthquake probably coming from. That earthquake probably going to be the byproduct of the judgment of Memphis. So, that's, you know, like, it's like separating. It's like in categories. Like, even when you deal with judgment of a person, you deal with judgment of a nation, you deal with judgment of a state, you deal with judgment of a country. Like, it's like categories of it, y'all. So I'm trying to explain some of this. I'm going to get ready to let y'all go. The last thing I'm going to speak on, though, is dealing with the rainbows. God gave me a revelation with the rainbows. And basically, trying to see if y'all can see me. Or if I need to cut the light on. So basically, with the rainbows, you know, I was just researching, and it got so many meanings, y'all. This rainbow got so many meanings, but what stood out to me in my spirit dealing with these rainbows is, you know, I look up the colors. So I'm like, how many colors in the rainbow? So when I start researching, I look up how many colors in the rainbow. I see 7. So I see 7 colors in the rainbow. So then at that point, I went on to try to figure out more of what's going on. And what I was led to was the 7 spirits of God. So I got the seven colors of the rainbow represent the 7 spirits of God. And it's only one person that talk about the 7 spirits of God in the whole Bible, and that's Isaiah. He the only one that talk about all 7 spirits of the Bible, all the 7 spirits of God. He's the only one that speak on it in the entire Bible. So that's where I'm at with that right there. The 7 spirits of God. That's what God got me at. Boop. I got a bookmark right there right now. And then also, so I look up, so when I look up rainbow, I look up the pride flag at this point. So I'm looking up pride flag, and I'm looking at how many colors in the pride flag. And they said it's only 6 colors in the pride flag. And they say it falls short of the 7th color. So it was like this symbolism of this pride flag as opposed to the actual rainbow. And it was saying that the pride flag falls short. So when it said the pride flag falls short, it's like the symbolism of falling short. Because, Satan fell short. Man fell short. So everybody walking around with this pride flag, and it's missing a color. It falls short. So when you look at the flag and you look at the rainbow, to our eyes, we think it's the sign. Like, we thinking like, ooh, it's a rainbow. It's a rainbow. Because Satan mock everything. But Satan can't mock the 7 colors of the rainbow. Like, even with the pride flag, when you look, you seeing a rainbow. And, when you deal with counterfeit, you have a lot of characteristics that's alike. But with a counterfeit, it always going to be missing something. It's always going to be missing. It's always going to fall short of something from the original. All counterfeits are always going to fall short of something of the original. So when I look at this rainbow, and we talk about God in the rainbow, and, when God created the rainbow, and the rainbow that God created, and the symbolism of the actual rainbow from God represents 7, you got this pride flag, which is a counterfeit, and it actually represents 6. And it actually represents, like, it falls short. Like, it falls short of the actual colors and actual number of the actual rainbow that it's mimicking, and it's counterfeiting. So I found that interesting, y'all. Yeah, so God got me on this rainbow, and right now he got it on pause, but this is all he has revealed to me dealing with this rainbow. And I'm like, people walk around with this pride flag, but do you know what the pride flag actually represents? Because, like, if you look at it, it's telling you it falls short. It's telling you have fallen short. You have fallen short. It represents, like, because the number off. Like, the actual rainbow is a 7. The pride flag is a 6. And if you look up pride flag, it's going to tell you it falls short of the actual colors. It only has 6 colors. One color that's missing, like, it's just not there. And then it's the other stuff, symbolism of it. And I was thinking about Satan and how he fell. And how he fell short. He got everybody walking around on earth, professing this, this falling short that they going to probably experience if they don't get right with God. So, that's all I got to say on that, y'all. And that's the only revelation God gave me dealing with that so far. It's more to this. It's deep. But right now, he just got it on pause, dealing with this rainbow, and this all he revealed to me, and this all he want me to speak on. And then when he come to me with some more, I'll break it down even more. And y'all enjoy y'all day. And also with my last video came to me after I cut the video off, but also with my last video, he said somebody else might be going through the same thing. Like, they constantly, like, he giving them visions in their minds. Like, he giving them visions, he giving them dreams. He's giving this to them, but what they're doing is they're going and they're confiding in people about the ideas that he's instilling in them, and these people are deterring them from what he wants them to do. So when I'm in my video and I'm like, no, and everybody tell me no and I gotta go, he like, it's people out here that's dealing with that right now. Like, they just like, but they not responding like me. They just listening to what the people around them And they think it's advice and it's really helping them, but it's really holding them back from what God trying to do with them. So God told me to keep that other video up because he said that it's people he said that it's people that's going to have to leave. He's telling them to move. He's telling them they gotta go. So he told me to keep that video up so that video would convict people that he's telling to go, that they might really need to be going. Like they really might need to just leave and things might be better. So he said that, like the way he telling me I gotta go, he said it's other people he telling they gotta go. Like they just, the brook has dried up, y'all. And the brook has dried up. It's just like when it's like it's not fruitful in that spot no more. God is gonna move you to a different spot where you're fruitful. So he said it's people like that and dealing with it. So he told me keep the video up where I'm up there like doing a little rant. I guess it's the rant of the Holy Spirit. But he told me keep that video up because it's people that he's trying to tell that they need to leave, and for whatever reason, in their minds, they just want to stay back in the crab of buckets. And he telling you gotta go. So he told me I gotta leave it up for that. He told me also to leave that video up for people that he's giving you vision and dreams to do what he's telling you to do, but you so stuck on listening to other people, listen to those around you, that it's holding you back from what he's trying to give you and how he's trying to bless you. You so busy listening to them over him, and you just blocking your blessings. You just blocking your blessings trying to accommodate and be a people pleaser when you shouldn't listen to people. You're going to have to get to a point where you're going to have to block people out. Because, see, the vision that God give you, God might not show them your vision. So when you talk to them, they're going to think it's too far-fetched. Like, they're going to think it's so far out of reach and impossible. But with God, nothing is impossible. Because God going to make everything fall the way it needs to fall. If he give you a vision for something, he's going to make everything happen the way it needs to happen. When he showed me my motorcycle, okay, now you got to give me a bike. Okay, now you got to give me the training. Like, he has a certain responsibility to make it happen. Like, he got that responsibility, not you. So, he told me to leave that video up, the last video, for people that he's telling they need to go. He's telling y'all to go and prepare to start leaving. Start preparing to leave. Because you're not going to be, you're going to have to go. Like, he telling me I'm going to have to leave the city. He said, you're going to have to leave the city. Also, he's saying that stop listening to other people with the visions and stuff that he show and tell you. Stop telling people your idea just for them to shoot your idea down, and then you have no faith behind what he's showing you. Whatever he's showing you, that's what it's going to be. Whatever he's showing you, that's what it is. Forget other people. Matter of fact, if people going to shoot your idea down and make you lose faith in what he showed you, just stop telling people your ideas. Because that's what people do. They are deterrent. So whatever you say you want to do, their whole purpose, Satan sent them out. They on assignment to tell you that what God told you you can do, you cannot do. That's their whole purpose. So stop listening to people. Stop listening to people and you will get real far. So he told me to speak on these two things. He told me to leave that video up because he's telling people they're going to have to leave the city. They're going to have to leave from where they at. They stuck in where they at. And he's telling them, you got to go. So prepare to move because you got to go. You're going to have to go. And if you're disobedient, it's going to be consequences behind it. And then also, stop listening to these people, telling these people these vision that he got for you, letting them box you in the crab of buckets of Memphis, holding you back from what he wants you to do, because you're listening to everybody around you instead of listening to him. And how they know more than him? How you going to trust that somebody to tell you, no, girl, you shouldn't even do that. Ooh, girl, that sounds so crazy. Satan himself. If God told you you could do it, that's what it is. Simple as that. Now, when you lose faith in what he told you, and that's what they there to do, their faith. That's why I don't want to listen to nobody. That's why I'm like, can't nobody tell me no. Like, it got to come from God. Like, God the only one. Like, I don't want nobody in my ear trying to deter me from what he's telling me to do. Because what you telling me is not even in alignment with God. Like, God telling me yes, how can you tell me no? Who is you to tell me no? Like, what authority you got to tell me no if God had told me yes? So that's why I feel the way I feel like that toward people. People feel like they got this authority that they ain't got. God is the source. If God is coming to you, listen to the source. Stop revealing your ideas to negative people that's gonna shoot your idea down and hold you and keep you in the keep you in the bucket of crabs and messes and hold you back from what he wants you to do. Stop listening to these people. Stop listening to all this negativity. You're going to have to surround yourself around positive people. If you're around negative people, that negativity is going to jump on you. And you're not going to be able to do what God's trying to get you to do and go where God wants you to go. So you're going to have to separate and start removing yourself from all these negative people. You're going to have to do that. God going to show you when you see people negative and the radar go off, like, it's going to be something that go off to let you know about these type of people. And you're going to have to start changing up your group, switching up your group. You're going to have to cut some people off. And when you walk with God, guess what? People ain't going to like it. They not going to like it. Because he might get to a point where he might tell you to cut them off. But if you walking with God, you want what God got for you, then you're going to have to trust God. And guess what? The first thing God going to do is uproot some people. And the next thing God going to do is clean some house and get you right. That's what God going to do. So, he want to bless y'all. And a whole lot of y'all is just kind of like holding yourself back, listening to negative people. Just shooting and killing y'all faith. Shooting and killing y'all dreams. Just blocking any and everything that God trying to get to you. Faith without works is dead. So if you got faith, you ain't putting no work and nothing behind it. He can't do nothing with it. He got to have something to work with, y'all. So I'm going to talk to y'all later. This is what he's telling me dealing with this right here. He says people that got to leave. Like, it's people that's finna have to relocate. You got to relocate. If you don't relocate, it's going to be consequences. Serious consequences behind it. Up to death. Spirit of death. If you don't listen to what God telling you, when he tell you to move, when he say move, it's on that type of level. He might be trying to save your life. So he says people gonna have to move. He told me, he's saying some people gonna have to move. And he said some of y'all, he's giving you vision and dreams so that you can reach your financial prosperity, what he want to give to you. But if you listen to all these people that's in your ear that's always shooting down your dreams, he's like, you're not gonna, it's no way. He like, you in a bucket of crabs. Mentally, you in a bucket of crabs. He like, you got to pull yourself out that bucket of crab mentality. That means people around you that's in the bucket of crabs. All these people that's your friend, but when you have a vision, a dream, they shoot everything down and keep you on it. You got to cut it off. If that ain't for you, you got to cut it off. And that's how God is. God just straight cutthroat right now. So I'm going to talk to y'all later. Y'all enjoy y'all day.